Hello all of you. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we are going to discuss sequence in Oracle PLSQL. So what is this sequence and in which conditions we are applying sequence for a particular column. So let's take an example. If you are, let's consider a column or let's consider a table called as employee details. So in employee details, let's consider columns like employee number, employee name, employee address, salaries and so on. So sequence means it is something which is applied for a particular column which will auto increment the values. Suppose I am applying default value for the employee number as 1 or minimum or initial value as 1. Then further on, if you are trying to insert the data into this table, the next row will be automatically auto incremented, like it will be set as 2 value. And likewise, if you go on inserting the rows, then the value will be auto incremented. So this is about the sequence. So let's go in detail about sequence, how it works. So sequence, so it is the automatic counter which create a unique identifier for records. Then it is a database object. So as it is starting with create keyword, that's why it is called as database object. Now let's see what is the syntax of creating the sequence. So the syntax is create. So create sequence. So keyword you have to specify. Then you have to specify the name, that is sequence name. So the sequence name is written here. Then start with. So initial value start with the value should be specified, like for example 1. Then minimum value. So again you can specify the minimum value. Let's suppose again I am specifying as 1. Then maximum value. So up to which value you are supposed to allow the auto increment value for that particular column. So for example, I am taking maximum value as 100. So again after 100, it either it will be set to 1 or it will stop the taking records. Then increment by. So increment by you can set it as 1, 2, 3 and so on. So as per your requirement you can set increment value. Then no cycle. So no cycle. So if you are interested to add a cycle, means after the maximum value, let's suppose we are taking maximum value as 100. So after 100, if I am specifying as no cycle, so it will stop taking records after 100. And if I'm specifying that cycle, then after 100 it will again set to 1. So likewise you can set the cycle or no cycle. So again no cache, that is cache. Next, so let's create a table. So we will create a table that is seq1. So let us view the data from the table. If it is already present, let us drop the table. So select star from seq1. So let's see whether the table is present or not. Yes, already the table is present, SEQ1. So like I have created a table. So create table name SEQ. So employee number whose size is 10, e name and sal. Already I have created table. So no need to fire the query once again. So you can create this table at your end. Now this table is created and I have inserted some values. Like you can see 2462 are the employee numbers, e name and sal. Now first default. Now default first case is default. Now let's see how this default case works. Now the syntax to create a default sequence is create sequence and the sequence name. So as I'm applying this sequence for the column called as emp number, so the name I have specified as emp number underscore seq. Create a sequence and the name of the sequence. So this is the name of the sequence. Already I have created as default. So I am not specifying minimum value, like as we see in the syntax, like minimum value, maximum value, increment by, no cycle, no cache. So we have not specifying the value. So that's why it is called as default sequence. So this will does the maximum value of the default will be. So this will be the infinite value. So it will take 1 as a default value and it will take this 9999 and so on as the maximum value, so it will not going to end. So the value which you are adding, or the data which you are going to add in this table, the sequence or the column which is having sequence, this will take maximum this particular value, that is 999 and so on. So let's view the data from this sequence SEQ1 table. So this is our table, that is SEQ1 table, which is already I have created. Now let us try to insert the data. Let us try to insert the data. So let us let's delete all the data from this table, so that you will understand. For better understanding, I am deleting the data. So delete from table is SEQ1. So if I fire this query, all the data will be deleted. Yes, so all the rows has been deleted. So let us view the data in this table. So if I view this data, yes, so the no data is present here, right? Now let's try to fire the query. So now we have created a default sequence, that is emp number underscore sequence. This sequence is already present. Already we have created. So let us run this query. So create a sequence. So I am creating the sequence. Okay, the name is already existing. Okay. Okay, so first we will drop the sequence. So the syntax to drop the existing sequence is drop sequence and emp number underscore sequence, that is existing sequence. So if we run this query, you will get the output as sequence emp number underscore seq is dropped. Now let us create a new sequence considering the syntax. So create sequence and name of the sequence, that is default sequence. So if you run this query, you will see the output as sequence emp number underscore seq is created. Now let us view the data from the existing table. That is only the structure will be there. That is emp number, ename and sal. Now I will erase this command. Now we are going to insert the data into this table. Now let's see how the sequence works. Now insert into table name, that is SEQ1 values. So values in the column 1 EMP number is present. So EMP number, in the EMP number I am taking the sequence. So the sequence which is created, that is default sequence, that sequence I am taking in this particular column, that is EMP number. So insert into sequence SEQ1 values. So this is sequence name, that is default sequence. So EMP number underscore SEQ dot next val. We have method to retrieve the next value, that is next val. We have to specify dot next val, so that it will take the next value. Space, what is ename? Manoj. Space, comma and sal is 5000. So this is the query. So the insertion query is applied. So let's run and let's see the output. Yes, now one row is inserted. So let's view the data from this. You will see the EMP number I have not specified. EMP number I have not specified. Automatically it has taken as 1 by the sequence. So I am repeating, please pay attention. So we have created a sequence named as EMP number underscore sequence, that is default sequence. So in default sequence, the minimum value is always 1 and maximum value is infinite, right? So after creating the syntax, after creating the syntax, we have inserted the values into the table. So in the first column, which was the employee number, in the employee number, we have taken the sequence, that is default sequence, that is emp number underscore seq dot next val. Next val means the next value will be taken. Now similarly, let's try to insert the second record. So I am copying the query. So we are inserting the second record. So let's insert the second record. So insert into seq1 values. Again the sequence will remain same. So the name of sequence dot next file, it will automatically auto increment will be done. So let us write the name as Mahesh and his salary let's take as 3000. And if I run this query, you will see the output as yes, one row is inserted. So let's view the data into this table. Let's see the row inserted. So you can see the EMP number again, it is auto incremented as 2 Mahesh and 3000. Now let us once again insert the one more record. So I am copying the same query. So insert into SEQ table values. Again, this sequence will remain as it is. Let's take the name as Neha and sal I'm supposed to give as 4000. And if I run this query, you will see the output. The one row is inserted. And if I view the data, that is select star form table name, then you will see the three rows are present. So the next third row, that is 3 NEH, that is name Neha already. I want to specify Neha, it's okay. Then 4000. So it will, you will see in the EMP number column that the values are auto incremented. So this is the use of sequence. Now, so all these queries we have seen how it is adding or how the auto increment take place in the default case. Now next case, let's consider, that is I'm not interested, or we can say no cycle condition we will consider in a particular sequence. So again we are creating the sequence, that is EMP number underscore SEQ. So let us drop the sequence, or we can say let us delete all the records, so that from fresh I will show you how the records are coming and how the records are, or the values are auto increment. So let me delete first the sequence which is previously present of name EMP number, that is we have syntax called drop sequence. If at all it is present, then we will drop and this is the name. So if I run this, yes, the sequence is dropped, right? Now let us create a new sequence considering that no cycle condition. So we have syntax already I have shown you. Create sequence, keyword sequence, and the name of sequence, that is EMP number underscore sequence. So again I am applying sequence for employee number. Then start with, so the first value will be 1. Minimum value, again I am specifying as 1. And maximum value, let's specify as 5. I will show you how it works. Maximum value I am specifying as 5. Increment by 1. So after 1, 2 will come. After 2, 3 will come. Likewise, increment by 1. No cycle and no cache. So let us fire the query and let's see. This particular sequence is created. Yes, the sequence EMP number underscore SEQ is created. So let us again work on the same table, that is this table, that is select star form SEQ1. Already we have inserted the data, so let us delete all the data from this table. So we have syntax delete from SEQ1, that is table name. So all the records will be deleted. Now no record will be there in this particular table. So the table is empty, only the structure is present. Now let us insert the data into this table. So the syntax is same as that we discussed in the previous case. Insert into SCQ1 table name values. So the first value EMP number, I am using the sequence which we created recently. So this is the sequence which we created now. So EMP number underscore SCQ dot next val. Next val, comma, E name, that is Manoj, and 5000 is Sal. So if I run this query, the first record is inserted, that is row 1 is inserted. So let us view the data. Yes, one row, that is one Manoj 5000. Now let's run this query once again. Now let's specify the second record. I am editing the same query, that I will take as Kajol, and Sal is 2000. So if I run this query again, the second record will be inserted. Yes, second row is inserted. Let's see the value. Yes, it will take by default second value. So EMP number, we have applied the sequence on this particular column. Automatic values are incremented. Now this increment value will be up to 5 only. After 5, it will not take the values, or it will stop taking record from the user. So two records are present. Let's run the same query for 3 times. So let us run the same query. We will add the same values. So 1, once again I will fire the query. 2, and once again 3. Now let me view the table. So if I view the table, you see the output as this. So EMP number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So up to 5 it has incremented, and you can see the records. So the same records we have added. Now further after this record, let's try to add one more record. Now let's see what it does. So if I run this query, yes, it will throw an error. So what error it shows? That sequence emp number underscore seq dot next val exceeds the maximum value and cannot be instantiated. So in the creation of the sequence, during the creation of the sequence, we have specified the maximum value as 5, and we have specified him as no cycle. So that's why it is not auto incremented, or it is not taking the value to 1. After exceeding the value, it is not cycling. So let me show the data, all the data. If if I view the data, so this is our data. Now after 5, as we specified maximum value as 5, further values or data is not accepting, as this is no cycle condition. Now what if the cycle condition was present? If the cycle condition was present after 5, it had taken as 1. After this 5, it had taken as 1. Let's see that particular condition. So I hope this part is clear about no cycle case. Now let's take a third case, that is cycle case. Now again the query is same. I repeat, the query is same, only the change is, let's see the change. Starting value is 2, minimum value is 2, and maximum value is 6. So, and it is incremented by 2. So, it will first value it will take as 2, second 4, third 6. So, likewise the increment will be done. And we are specifying the cycle. So, in this case, we are specifying the cycle and no cache. So, we will drop the sequence first. So the sequence will be dropped. Next, let us create or fire this query. We will create a sequence, new sequence for cycle condition. Yes, it will show the message on the console that sequence is created. You can see the message. Now, insert the values into the sequence. Let me show you the data. First, we will see the data in the sequence. So select star from SAQ1 table. Yes, already the data is present. So let us delete the records. So drop sequence, sorry, drop delete records. So delete from table, that is seq1. So this is table name. So if I run this, all the records will be dropped. Yes, all the records are dropped. So let us view the table. So only the structure is present, no data is present. Now let us try to insert the data. So if I try to insert the data, insert into the table name values. So first is EMP number. So in this again I am using the sequence which we created now using cycle condition, EMP number underscore sequence dot next val. Again e name is same and salary is same. So if I run this query, yes, one row is inserted. Now let's insert the second row, that is let's use here current, and value of sal will be same. Now let's insert the second row. Yes, second row is inserted. Now let us view the data in this particular table. See, if I view this data, you will see the employee number. Concentrate on the employee number. As we have specified minimum value as 2, first value is 2. Then increment by, as we have specified the increment by 2, then second value it has taken as 4. It is incremented by 2. 2 plus 2, 4. Likewise, let's insert one more value. So I am inserting one more value. Yes, one row inserted. Let's view the data. Select star from SAQ1. Yes, now the third row is inserted up to 6. So the maximum value has been reached. So we have specified the maximum value as 6. Now let's see what happens if I insert the next value after 6. After maximum value, if I insert the value, yes. Now again it accepts the records. But see the value of sequence. Yes. So after maximum value, that is 6, the next record is accepting only the the case is it is cycle condition is present. So that's why the next value is starting with again 2. After maximum value is reached, the next value again it is starting from the first value, that is 2 value. Now let's insert one more record. Again it will take as 4. So the same record or the same values I'm inserting. Yes, again after 2 it is taking 4. So likewise the cycle works. So this is how after reaching the maximum value the cycle repeats. So this is the case of cycle. So I hope this part is clear about the sequence, that is the cycle case. Okay, now let's suppose if your requirement is to know what is the current value or what is the next value of the sequence. So in this particular case, we have the current value as 4. We know that the current value is 4. So let's see how it works. When you are taking the current value as 4, or when you know the current value, let's say how it works. So we have, if you want to know the current value, we have the syntax like select emp number underscore sequence, that is sequence name dot next val. If you want to see the next value after the current value, you can use next val. And if you want to know the current value, you have to specify sequence name dot curr cur val from dual. So dual is the dummy table. So if I run this query, we'll get the output current value as 4. So as we know, it is reached up to 4. The current value will be 4. Now let's see what will be the next value. So if I run this query next val, so next val will show the next value, that is 6. So this is how cur val and next val works. If you want to know, if you are interested to know the sequence or the current value or current sequence and next value of the sequence. So I hope this part is pretty much clear about sequence. So this is how the sequence works. So mostly, normally the sequence is used in the case where you want to add the auto increment values for a particular column in the table. So that's all for this video. We'll meet in the next video. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and press the bell icon. So all the study material regarding this particular all course, I will add into the description box. So you will get all the material, study material or notes in the PDF formats or in the Word format, or all the codes I will provide you in the description box. So thank you all of you and have a wonderful day.